Today I'm going to be listening to Laughing Stock by Talk Talk. Bars. Don't really know too much about this album. I mean, album of the year classifies it, post-rock, art rock, experimental rock, jazz rock. Yeah, there's not much else to say. Go join the Patreon if you want to see this reaction uncut. There's also an $8 tier on there where you can request albums, and I do your requests more quickly. So consider joining that. Link in the description, like I said, down below. And yeah, we're going to hop into it. The first track is Myrrhman? Just imagine. It's like 40 minutes of just this. 10 out of 10. Oh. I love how soft everything is here right now. Place my chair at the back window. Oh, it's really off kilter. Like it. Blessed love, the love I've seen. Oh, the sound of this is amazing. Holy. This does not sound like 1991 either. This sounds really modern in a way. Oh, this is gonna be right up my lane, I can tell. Oh man, that upright bass, so good. Beautiful. Yes. I could fall asleep to this, man. So peaceful, so gentle. This reaction just might be a lot of me closing my eyes and just kind of drifting away. If this track is any indication of what the album is like. It reminds me of Diamond Stuff by Black Midi. And I know that Black Midi, that track came way after this, but I feel like I definitely see a connection there. It's just very gentle, serene, but also kind of haunting. There's something a little bit unsettling and off-kilter about it as well. I also like how just like sudden the vocals came in. Like they came in just like almost like he wasn't even ready to come in with the vocals. It was just very off-kilter, like I said, very unexpected. That track was really slow, but I think it was great in terms of just the detail, the mix. It sounded just fantastic. Great, great, great. Let's keep it going. See if we continue this kind of slow, gentle, and soft feel. Oh, I'm gonna love this, man. Oh. This kind of feels like Godspeed. That bass line. Woo! That guitar tone is so good. That bass line, I love it so much. Oh, I love where we go with these chords. The organ that comes in. Oh, gosh. Okay, Ascension Day. I really liked that track. I love the kind of frenetic and crazy groove of everything. The percussion was very hat based. I feel like the build on that track could have just hit a little bit harder. I felt like as it was building there and getting more chaotic towards the end, the sound could have felt a little bit more filled out. I felt like there was no really presence of a good like bit low end during that part. I felt like it could have just felt a bit more girthy, you know? As gross as that word is. Lyrically, last track was about him dying, I guess, and now he's contemplating on his life, how he's going to be judged in heaven, so some real religious themes going on. We'll see how that continues. After the Flood is next. Oh, I'm floating. Oh, I feel like I'm ascending. What the heck? I mean, it makes sense why I feel like I hear some Godspeed influence, because, I mean, it is classified as post-rock, so... Like, the way this track is building up after the kind of chaotic finish of the last track feels like something you'd hear in a Godspeed album. Oh! Is that Pharoah Sanders? Jeez. Just the most effed up sax you've ever heard. Jeez. Crazy. A little bass lick. Oh. That. That one was solid. I didn't love it. I think it's probably my least favorite. I feel like the last two tracks really just haven't lived up to the subtleness or the subtlety of the first track that I really enjoyed. I loved how minimal that first track was because it really put emphasis on just certain instrumental moments, and those instrumental moments were so great that it just made those stand out. I feel like the last two tracks, yes, they've been a little bit more dense, but I feel like I've been losing that just nuance and the detail that I enjoyed of the first track so much. So I haven't liked these last two as much as the first one. They're still pretty decent, but I kind of am wishing we went in the direction of the first track a little bit more. Yeah, continuing with the story here after his death, being judged by God. Shake my head, turn my face to the floor. So maybe he doesn't feel worthy to be in the presence of God in some way. To be honest, I don't feel like the lyrics are hooking me that much. I feel like they're really just kind of not the forefront of this music, you know? Even the vocals, they're pretty buried in the instrumental, so I feel like they're not supposed to really be taken as the most important thing of this album. Obviously, I'll still pay attention to them a little bit. I also just felt like there wasn't much progression to that track in general. At least with Ascension Day, yes, it was more lush, and it wasn't as minimal as the first track, but at least it had kind of a growth to it. That track just kind of felt like it stayed in the same place for a lot of it. Let's keep going. Taphead. I like this. Hear how closely he's mic'd too. Hear all those little mouth noises. Oh, the space. It's so good. It's that space that just puts me on the edge of my seat. This is bringing back those vibes of the first track. It's got me floating again. Just fantastic. This is so good. Again, that track, like the first track, just so minimal and so patient and just uses so much space to really keep me on the edge of my seat. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Each instrument has so much character and personality and color to it that when a new instrument enters, it's just like a new character entering the scene. It's just so freaking good. Taphead and Myrrhman, the first track and this track, just fantastic. I mean, 2 and 3 also pretty solid. I just feel like they lack that attention to detail that these two have had. That was fantastic, like I said, and it had a really nice subtle growth to everything. All right, let's keep going. New Grass. It's the most popular on the album. See, I don't know. I'd rather just hear this without those drums. That's probably just me, but like, I just feel like they don't really add much. Like, am I crazy, or are these just drums just not all that, you know? Like, tonally, I just feel like they don't fit the track. It's really disappointing, because, like... Okay, that sounds great, though. Those violins. Yeah, I don't know. This track isn't doing it for me. It just feels like the rest of the band and the drummer are just not on the same page at all. There's just some disconnect there. I don't know. Someone tell this guy to stop drumming! Get off the drums! Jeez. I'm not saying he's a bad drummer, I just feel like it doesn't fit the track. Okay, yeah, that's really disappointing. That is a very, very disappointing track. Like I said, I mean, the drums just did not fit. I feel like I kind of expressed everything I don't like about that track. Again, not saying he's a bad drummer, I just feel like the specific things he's playing on that track just don't fit the overall tone of what the rest of the band was doing. It just felt like there was a disconnect there, and not everybody was on the same page. And it just got very repetitive in terms of that percussion loop as well. Keep it going on to the last track, Runeii. Hopefully I said that right. See, when it starts like this, it just immediately hooks me so much more than starting like the last track. Maybe it's just the mood I'm in, I don't know. Man, this is a bummer of an album. I should be liking it more than I am. Or at least I had really high expectations after that first track. Okay, there is The Ender, Runeii. That's a track like track 4 and track 1 that is more subtle and more minimalistic, but I feel like it is the least interesting of those 3 tracks. There's not really any instrumental part of it that really sticks out and grabs me, which is really disappointing because, like I said, I think that album is at its best when it goes for that sound, but it's disappointing that they couldn't finish it with a strong version of that approach. Yeah, this album's really hit or miss for me. Thought I was going to love this after that first track, but after that, it just got a little bit repetitive at points, a little bit underwhelming with the last track, but then you did have tracks like Taphead, even Ascension Day, while it was more dense, was pretty solid with its build and its chaotic finish. So yeah, I don't know. I definitely wanted to enjoy this more than I did, and kind of a little bit disappointed with this one. I mean, still overall an enjoyable experience. It's probably in that like 6 to 7 range, but just after the first track, I thought like, oh yeah, this is gonna be easily like a favorite of mine, but just didn't really hit the mark. Those are my thoughts. pretty inconsistent for me. It is an interesting combination of some jazzy elements, some post-rock elements. I do think the vocalist is pretty intriguing as well with his kind of very subdued delivery. He almost sounds like Perfume Genius in a way, with the way he delivers his stuff, his vocals. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if I missed anything, of course. And leave a like if you want. Subscribe. Go join the Patreon. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.